Hey y'all, Amber here with Yarny Cross Crochet. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I have a blanket slash Afghan kit from Mary Maxim. I purchased this myself and I got an excellent deal on it. Mary Maxim was offering free shipping, plus one really cool thing that I didn't realize Mary Maxim did. I put this kit in my shopping cart and I left it in there for a little while because I couldn't decide if I wanted to buy it or not. And then I think it was the next day, they sent me an email like, hey, here's an extra 20% off this item in your cart if you still want it. So I was like, okay, sure. So I got free shipping plus 20% off on this Afghan kit. And I'm so excited to show it to you because to me it's super special, and let me show you why. This is a kit for the Beauty Runs Deep Afghan slash throw, and it is designed by our friend Ms. Crystal at Bag O' Day Crochet. I'm so excited, y'all. Look at the colors I got for this throw, right? But this is also using the Mary Maxim Value Acrylic. I've never used any Mary Maxim brand yarn, and as far as Value yarn goes, this is actually very soft. I have some Super Saver here, and it's softer to me than Super Saver. This feels really nice, actually. I like this. So there are over 450 yards and 8 ounces of yarn in this ball. This, see, it says it's made in Serbia, 474 yards, 445 meters, and 8 ounces. This color is dark violet, it says. And this is says a medium weight, number 4, machine washable and dryable. And this definitely looks like a 4-weight yarn to me. This feels good. I like it. And this is such a nice, like, plummy purple color. And I also have a pink in here. Ooh. That feels good too. This is so pretty. And like this bluish teal in here. Look at that. Look at just how saturated this color is. Look at how gorgeous this blanket is going to be. Okay, so we said the purple is dark violet. The teal looking color is dark teal. And the pink one is dark pink. The Beauty Runs Deep, there's the number. It's got the size of the Afghan, 46 by 58, which is very decent size. Designed by Bag O' Day Crochet. It has a link to her YouTube video that shows you how to do this. I was going to see if it told you when to switch colors. I probably ought to highlight that because in the past I've gotten so engrossed in the pattern of what I was doing that I've forgotten to change colors. So I just took a minute to sort of run through the pattern. I think I'm probably going to go and watch Bag O' Day's video just to give me a better idea. I mean, I'm pretty sure I understand what's happening here, but you know, if it's offering you an extra hand, why not take it, right? I'm very pleasantly surprised by how nice this Value yarn feels. And this is a big ball of yarn. Let's go get started on this blanket. I'm back and I have the Afghan finished. Like, y'all gotta see. Look at this. Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she lovely? This was a great pattern. It was a lot easier than I initially made it because I got confused just trying to make this blanket based on the written pattern. Like, my brain, it just was not computing, right? Thank goodness that Bag O' Day had the video tutorial for the 4-row repeats in each color. That made life so much easier, and it helped make the written pattern make so much more sense. Now, after I went through a couple of the repeats, because each one of these colors is the 4-row repeat for the entire blanket, Once I got through a couple of these repeats, I didn't even need the pattern anymore, because y'all know how it goes. After you keep doing the same thing over and over for a while, it sticks in your head. You don't even need the pattern anymore. Now let's talk about this Mary Maxim Maximum Value yarn. This yarn worked up beautifully. I had no issues with it. It wasn't splitty. It was like, like I said in the intro to this, it was for me, a softer version of Red Heart Super Saver. Now, of course, the skein was huge. I think I remember saying it was like 470 something yards in one skein. And I did actually pull up the Mary Maxim website before I popped back on here to look to see what this yarn runs. And it's $6.99 for one of those 470 some odd yard skeins of worsted 4-weight yarn. That's a steal. Like, that is a lot of yarn for $7. You can do so much with that. This stuff was great for beanies. It's been great for a blanket. I have washed and dried this blanket multiple times. I've actually had it finished for quite a while, and I've used it off and on. My cat sleeps on it. He uses it. He loves it. This blanket is big. She's heavy. It almost feels like if I spread it out across my bed on nights that I'm a little cold, or in the wintertime when it's colder at night, it feels like a weighted blanket. I've never had a weighted blanket, but I remember when those were, a thing. This feels like a weighted blanket, and it actually is it's really nice. This blanket is wonderful. As far as the size goes, I was actually quite surprised at how big this got. I did not measure it, but I'll tell you, whenever I held it up to myself from shoulder to shoulder, two of me could stand behind it and stand side by side and be completely covered. I'm about 5 feet 5 inches tall, and this blanket touching the floor and me holding it up, it comes up to about my height. So, I mean, that's how big this thing is. This is a decent sized blanket. So the price point that Mary Maxim asked for the yarn, plus the pattern and the finished product you end up with, it was completely fair. This is the second Mary Maxim Afghan kit that I have made, and I like them. I actually have another one the next time Mary Maxim has a sale that I want to buy, because I saw one that I absolutely love. And now that Bag O' Day has released, her yarn line with Mary Maxim, please tell me y'all have seen that. Have you seen those yarns? Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. I loved 7 Seas and Liquid Mercury. I want so badly to make a blanket, like a gradient blanket like that with Liquid Mercury. Oh my gosh, it just looks... I might have to go order that kit. So continuing on with this yarn, it worked up beautifully. I had no problems with it. It's held up great. Like I said, this thing has been through the washer and dryer a couple of times. It has fuzzed up because this is not anti-pilling yarn. It's not low pill yarn. It's just, basic acrylic. So you can see here, it has fuzzed up. But remember, I've actually used this blanket quite a bit since I completed it. I used it all winter long. It's been on my bed as an extra blanket when it was cold. I've napped under it on the couch. My cats, they claimed it and slept on it a lot. This blanket has been lovingly used. So yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't expect it to not, look like that it's been used, because it has. But this yarn is holding up, and honestly, this fuzziness, it doesn't bother me that much. I mean, I knew sort of really that was going to happen. This is the result after washing in cold water a few times and the dryer on low heat. It's held up just fine. The blanket is still completely intact. So here we are, the Beauty Runs Deep Afghan, designed by Bag O' Day Crochet. Yarn, Mary Maxim Maximum Value yarn. It is a perfectly fine value yarn. I would absolutely use this again. 100%. Have zero regrets about buying this kit, making this blanket. It's been a wonderful piece to add to my own personal collection of crochet items that I love. All right, y'all. Until next time, happy yarn crafting.